Louie, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hi, Louie.
Hi, Louie.
Hello.
Oh. We were talking about, we raised your name because you kind of know a lot about the writer's strike. And Letterman going back on, is that, like, good for the writers or bad that the union made that deal?
I don't know. It's a little confusing to me because it seems to me like a strike is just, you strike everybody. But I guess the idea that they think is that if he's really strong because he's got writers, then the other shows will have more pressure on them to compete by getting their writers back.
Oh.
I guess that's the notion. I didn't see this. I know it's kind of. I guess I don't feel like it's that easy to push around companies like General Electric. You know, if it was like trying to pit the Comedy Cellar against the Comedy Village on Bleecker Street, that's one thing. But
yeah, it's true. That is true, man. It does seem like it's a weird solidarity breaking away.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's those writers are back to work now. I mean, we all voted to strike, and we didn't really vote on going back to work for one show. But I don't know. I mean, I get from the Writers Guild, I get great health benefits and pretty decent residual checks. So I kind of just go, all right, go along with it. I don't know all of the details of it, but it's. Yeah, I don't know how did you guys watch the shows? Because I don't know. I'm
seeing Louis not really agreeing with this whole thing.
What?
With the whole thing with the writers going back.
Yeah,
for one show like that.
But it might be good only because it's so weird.
Anthony?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Anthony.
Yeah.
You don't think it's a good idea?
No, I'm like seeing that you don't really think it's a good idea. It's like there's a solidarity thing, and we didn't vote on the one show going back. But hey, whatever they want to do.
Yeah, I know.
Louis just riding both sides of the fence here.
I really have a hard time being perfectly honest because it's my union.
Yeah.
And,
basically, Louis like, why did you call me? You obviously don't like me.
Yeah.
Why are you putting me in this position?
No, listen, I don't care. I really honestly kind of don't. I mean, I think things like strikes are always annoying because all of a sudden you have to pretend that everybody that works in any company is a piece of shit and that every writer is awesome. That's the part that starts to get painful to listen to.
You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if when this strike is over, there'll just be a backlog of some of the most brilliantly written programs because the writers will have had so much time to just sit back and write just amazing stuff.
We talked to the Letterman guys. They're like, we're not allowed to pick up a pen.
If you're at home,
well, true,
and you get an idea, you're going to write.
You're jotting it down.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure that you'll see 2.5 Men turn into the greatest thing in American history.
Well, isn't it already? Stop.
The guy had 4 months off, and now he's just going to start kicking ass. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing is that what the industry that's being shaken here, it really kind of stinks. Anyway, the TVs suck. Hold on a second. What happened?
To get down from my bed.
Oh, so then it got ruined, your picture? Wait a minute, I can fix it, you guys. It's not that big a deal. Look, all you got to do is move them over.
This is better than Leno.
Mary, you can't touch this. All I'll say about the thing with Letterman is that he really better kick Leno's ass in the ratings.
Oh, with the writers, yeah. If it happens the other way around.
If it gets the other way around, it's going to be like, oh, that's weird. Maybe writers don't matter.
Yeah, that'll look really bad.
Yeah. So who knows?
Who do you think's eating their balls the most in this strike? Like, who's the one really getting the shittiest end of the stick?
Don't
say the viewers.
No, not the viewers. They can watch repeats or DVDs.
Exactly.
Who's getting the shit end of the strike? I would say that the people that work in television who aren't writers.
Yeah.
I think they call them below line, as if you don't want to hurt their feelings any more than paying them less. They actually call them below line.
Below line. That's a wonderful little title.
Oh.
Yeah. And those guys don't get residuals. Those, like, my money's a little tight this year because I can't do a TV project. But right before Christmas, I got a Lucky Louie residual check, and it saved Christmas.
Wow, that must be nice.
And you know, so and again, and I go, you know, if I go to buy a codeine cough syrup with my insurance card, I pay 8 cents. Without it, I pay $150. Literally, that's the difference.
Wow.
So I'm doing great. But the guy who runs the camera or the boom operator on Lucky Louie, he's the day he stops working is the day he stops having money. So and you know,
Jim Norton.
I would say if there's two more self-centered, the most self-centered, selfish people in television are the two people involved here. It's the moguls that own the companies and writers. They're both groups of people that are very, that really believe that everything's about them. Mm-hmm. And the sad thing is that the most people that work in the industry are just these guys who just have regular jobs, and they're not working now.
They're not even talking. I mean, there doesn't seem to be even a light at the end of the tunnel on this one. The issues are so abstract, and there's so many of them, and they're not even talking about it. So
no, I mean the thing that the thing the writers are trying to get is securing some sort of rights to money on the internet.
But that's abstract even for companies that are firmly entrenched in the internet. Still, how much they're making, the overhead.
Nobody makes money on the internet. So
right.
It's I think it's hard for them to consider giving the writers that. But on the other hand, the companies are pretending. I mean, their companies are just saying, we'll never give you any money on the internet ever.
Right.
So they're like, the writers are saying, we know there's millions of dollars there and we want half of it. And the companies are saying, we'll never give you anything because you still only get money from kerosene lamp shadows. That's all we're giving you.
So you don't even you don't see an end to this anytime soon, obviously.
Well, you know, there'll be an end. It may be ugly. It may not be that there's TV again. I don't know.
No TV. TV's done.
There'll be some kind of end, but it is hard to go on strike when some of the most huge shows have no writers involved.
Reality programming.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to compete with that shit.
Yeah.
And in the face of it, to say, see how you like your TV without fucking old Christine. See how long you guys last?
Isn't like a...
You really want to watch old Ugly Bettys instead of fresh ones? Let's see how long you get on that shit, America.
But now, American Idol, don't they use writers for...
Well, there are people that are doing what's essentially writing, but they haven't been unionized. So because everything that happens in a reality show is scripted and edited by writers. Writers edit television. Besides, they cast the shows, they edit them. So yeah, those people, and part of what the union's trying to do is make those people unionized.
Right.
And that's also kind of far-fetched. I agree with everything the writers are trying to get, but I guess I don't have much hope that we can force... The only thing you can do to force companies to do anything is just stop working completely and just starve the industry out. So I'm not sure what this Letterman in-between thing is. I'm not sure.
Do you think people give a shit that much where there'll be some kind of a public outrage or outcry that'll make the company give in to the writers? Because as I see it, like you said, there's box sets, there's reruns, there's movies, there's a shitload of things that I think will go on a lot longer than the writers' money or patience in this.
And here's the thing. This is very different from other strikes. This is not like a populist labor strike. Mm-hmm. This is a negotiation between two people with lots of money.
I'll go on forever. Yeah.
This isn't like, oh, Kitty, that's amazing. My daughter drew a dog, and it's very good. It's really good.
Daddy really Louie.
Good. That's really good. If you like bad drawings.
Oh, you're despicable. I love it.
I know. No, here's the thing. This is not like guys with no gloves on their fingers over a can that's on fire.
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
You know, going like, let's stick together, brotherhood. This is we want more money, and other unions stick together to protect the weak in their unions. Writers' Union is very different. This is a group of people that do something that other people can't do, which is remarkably right. 90% horrible television, 10% okay. 1% good, 0.0001% excellent. That's what we can do that no one else can even be trained to do.
Yeah.
Well, you
God
just have to
damn.
ignore her, Kitty. But so we have leverage because we do something they can't. That's all it is. And we're trying to use it to get more money. Whether we do or not, I don't think it really interests the general public. Why would it?
I'm interested in the fact that you're not allowed to write, so you babysit.
Well, I take care of my kids, and I go on the road and do stand-up. I'm very lucky that I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
And I can do that. But it's like a long snow day. I love it. I love that I have an excuse not to work.
How was your New Year's Eve show, Lou?
In Raleigh, North Carolina?
Yeah.
It was the greatest night of my entire life. Spending New Year's Eve in a comedy club in Raleigh.
Good boy.
It was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Shit.
Well,
That I wasn't with, I wasn't kissing a woman that I know.
All right, Lou, let's start with the fresh talk.
Yeah, getting fresh. Right there, Louie.
all right, Louis.
Well, hang in. What does everybody say? Hang in there.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, fuck
If you
yeah,
got
whatever.
a gig tonight, hey, Lou, break a spine.
Right? We're all better off than a lot of people. I don't know. It's most people have flies on their face and
Distended bellies.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
I'm sure they're assholes too. I don't think there's anything great about those people.
Yeah, right.
The thing is, the martyrdom of groups like this. It's like after September 11th, we all had to pretend that there was not a single asshole in either building.
Right.
Which is just not true.
Exactly. Law averages. Please.
Yeah. So the writers, I hope we get. I'm in the group, so I really hope we get what we're asking for, and I support everything that they do because they're my union, and I don't vote in my union. I don't pay attention. I don't know how we got these awesome benefits, but we have them, so I tend to go along. But I don't think that some guy wearing a hard hat should be like, those writers, God bless them. I hope they get their third-tier residuals on the second quarter of each sale. Doing it for all of us.
Yeah.
For all of us. Where would America be without fucking, CSI, whatever? I don't even know. I don't watch this shit. But somebody does. So
Yeah, apparently.
give us some money.
well, thank you,
All right,
Louis.
Louie.
All right, guys.
Goodbye,
Well,
sweet
take
potato.
care of those kids.
Take it easy.
Take care of those little angels.
Sacramento this weekend at the Punchline if anybody gives a shit.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Sacramento
we do.
Punchline. Louis C.K.
See ya.
All right,
Later, man.
Yep. And Mike's